Yeah. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, YouTube seems to have had no problem letting other YouTube reviewers play the trailer and have a reaction to it. They had no problem doing it with them, but apparently they had a problem doing it with me. So I just got back on, and I am gonna get. I'm. If you give me a minute. Okay. I'm back on, I guess. No, hold on for a second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like sync everything up because apparently they screwed everything up. Yeah. All right. So I'm broadcasting again. I can't see it on the channel. I don't know if somebody can please let me know if I'm on because it's not showing me. It's supposedly broadcasting, but okay. Yeah, YouTube is out of control. Absolutely. Because other YouTubers are showing it. I've seen like several thank you, Robert. Robert makes the cut is here. Robert, thank you. Thank you. Okay. I watched we watched the trailer, we reacted to it, and I'm gonna put the link here. So if you guys want to join me in the discussion. I'm kind of like really perturbed by this. I can't help but be perturbed because the truth is, other people have done it without problem. I do it, and there's a problem. You know, so I don't understand. There's the stream. If you guys want to like kick in and talk to me about it. Look, I'm gonna move forward with the presumption that you guys have seen the trailer already because if God forbid I put on anything, they're gonna cut me off. So yeah, I'm kind of like irked right now. All right, let me refocus. Right, let me refocus. Let me not let this get to me. The Exorcist Believer. We saw the trailer, and Lenore, if you want to join me again, please by all means. The link is back. You know, BX Carlash Girl says it looks like a good plot. All right, so the plot appears to be this. There's two families. There's a man and his daughter, and then there's a father and mother and their daughter. They're friends, they're besties, I guess. And they go to school and they disappear for 3 days and they try to find them. The missing children, right? So it's a big thing. They find them, but a lot has happened since then. And apparently, whatever happened to them during those 3 days subjected them to an open doorway to demonic possession. Now, if you saw there were items, there were objects. I was gonna show it there, but it's not gonna happen. Lenore's back. Thank you.
Hi. Okay.
Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Nate.
so I'm gonna be going in and out because I got the baby.
No, that's cool. I saw this trailer in bootleg style, and now I finally saw it clean. Yeah, but they cut me off.
If they did that.
Nate, they stopped my stream. Meanwhile, everybody else is doing it, and they're okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Yeah, so I was talking about when the kids were in the forest. They were looking for them for 3 days, and they found them. And Robert makes the cut is also here. Thank you, Robert.
Hey,
Robert,
how you doing?
you saw the trailer?
I've seen the trailer. I saw the trailer in the theater about a week ago.
Oh, that's right. Okay, Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, me too. All right, so I just played it, and you saw what happened. Or maybe you didn't. They cut me off.
No, I didn't know that.
They cut me off. I had to reboot the whole thing.
Discussion, and then all of a sudden he says, "I'm not on live anymore." They cut me off.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everybody else is doing it. It's okay. I'm still bitching. I need to chill.
That's right.
I'm so irked.
I'm sorry,
Um.
Mr.
All right.
I did this.
So, what are you doing? I'm getting dizzy.
I'm not used to it. I'm holding it on my phone, because I have
Oh, okay.
a laptop. So I'm
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I was talking about there's a part when they find the girls after being missing for 3 days. You see these
Right.
items they found in the forest. There was like these objects, like apparently. And what I started thinking about was something that's unique. That's not something that is addressed in many demon possession horror films. Not addressed. And here they addressed it. You know, um, and that bugged me out. I was like, wow, uh, this is about what I'm speaking about is the phenomena of ritual abuse. There have been many cases, and many law enforcement officials can attest to this over the span of many years. That there have been incidents where a child was taken by a cult, a satanic cult, and was subject to ritual abuse of different types, and what that would do to the kid eventually is as they grow up and later on in life, it subject them to some kind of demonic possession or influence because something got attached to them spiritually.
right,
And so you kind of see that suggestion in this trailer. Like, this is
Yeah.
how the two girls became possessed. Whatever happened to them in the forest, and we don't know who it was, right? Will we see them? Will we know who they are? We don't know,
right.
right? So, it's very interesting how they're trying to,
Hold that for me.
do that. Hey, you!
Hey, hi.
Hi!
How are-
Hi! What did you
Oh,
think about it? She didn't see it.
Oh no,
Um,
you remember Ralph? Ralph?
Hi. Yeah. He's
I'm
cute.
Uh-huh.
Um, so, so I think that's one thing about it. Robert, what was your thoughts when you first saw the trailer in the theater?
um, for me, it had the Exorcist vibe to it, but I'm kind of skeptical of the movie. I'm sorry. Then I found out who's directing it.
Right.
The guy who did the new Halloween.
David Gordon Green, right.
Yeah,
Right.
David Green. Oh man, I don't. You know what?
Mm,
That's how we felt when we first heard about it. When we
Yeah,
heard that it was David Gordon Green, I was like, oh no. And then later, I let Ralph know. By the way, it's also a trilogy. Like,
yeah, that's how I found out.
oh,
yeah, and I can't.
This is the first of three, and I was like, oh no, this is
Yeah,
not going to end
that
well.
was. I didn't expect to see Ellen Burstyn in the trailer.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was cool.
I love that scene. I do. And that was the only part of the trailer that gave me chills.
Yeah,
She's facing, this demon, and she's saying, we met before. And then as she's turning into
Mother.
yeah,
it burns, it hurts,
Yeah,
that's the nostalgic part of it. It's bringing us back to that
exactly.
and giving us that feel once again, that terrifying, feeling of helplessness as well.
Correct.
What got to me also, and again, remember, I saw it, I was young, 11, 12, maybe 13, was the fact that it was a child.
Right. That's a big
It was
part.
an adult. It was a child.
Right. Yeah.
So, and again, all the other characters, seeing, Father Karras, how tortured he was as well.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it a chance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a chance, but since but I'm gonna go in there when it's released. I'm gonna go in there with an open mind, and we'll take it from there. But the track record of Hollywood lately, they're just like
Yeah.
they're just nailing a coffin on these legacy
They really
characters,
are.
legacy stories.
Yeah.
I mean, we last night we talked about Star Wars and Indiana Jones
Yeah.
and it looks like I had to get this out, the digibook of the Exorcist there. Like,
I have that.
Oh, nice.
oh,
I have that same one.
you could pre-order the
Wait.
4K.
Yes.
Yeah.
About that earlier. That this year is going to be the 50th year.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered the steelbook from Best Buy already.
Son of a gun.
There you go.
Oh, I gotta get my hands on that.
About that.
I'm sure it's gonna have a lot of other cool things in it too, besides the movie.
Yeah, Zombie's having one. If you want to spend, I don't know what the price is, but on that they're having a UK version with all kinds of.
Nate is like, of course you did, Rob.
Yeah.
One thing that does, and this was an observation when I saw the trailer, was that it involved not one but two girls now
Right.
possessed. It's like it's a double whammy, right? It's like, wait a minute, are they gonna both puke at the same time?
Yeah. Are they going to
Imagine.
also? I mentioned before too to me not too long ago. Are they going to do the exorcism together? The girls are together in this trailer.
That you see right there, that starts itching in my theological brain, because for those of you who know me very well, I really am into my Catholic faith. I'm like hardcore into it like that. Not hardcore, but enough to know stuff. And one thing I know about that is that the practice of exorcism as a rite is a very personal, individual, case-by-case experience. Let me just say it like that. It is not a group therapy session. It is not a double 2 for the price of 1. So if they are going to go that route, that's already, in my opinion, a strike against this film, because it's not following things. Now, if they do them separately, if they do the exorcism separately, then fine, but if they try to do them together like that,
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed is that you saw the old lady that was telling the father, she's actually a very well-known actress. She's in Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if you recognized her.
I recognize.
Yeah, she's from Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
But she, I think she's the one performing the exorcism, because you see her holding the cross at the very end.
Right.
And I'm like, really? All right, so that goes to another Catholic thing. I can't help it. It's my Catholic brain. Only a priest can do this.
Yeah.
Only a priest.
Back to it being a trilogy also. Why are you milking it this way? This should be,
This is why.
Well, yeah, but it's still, come
Right
on. How much can you get out of it? How are you making this a trilogy? You're going to extend it to 2 more movies?
Yeah.
And is it going to be still about these 2 girls? Is it going to be a continuation of Ellen Burstyn's story? Is it going to be a continuation of Reagan's story? Because that's been very hush-hush. Nothing else has been leaked as far as what the next 2 films are going to be about. Well.
Right. We don't know. And I guess we're going to eventually find out,
So is Linda Blair coming back?
That's
saying that she has a cameo in it. There has been reports where they have seen her.
Oh, I guess you're just setting it. It's gonna be like a Mark Hamill thing, huh? He's gonna make an appearance. She's gonna.
She's at the end. At the end of this first movie, you're gonna see go to Linda Blair, and they're gonna be like, and maybe the father or something will find her on a mountain looking up in a cloak, and instead of a lightsaber, they'll hold out this or whatever, and she'll turn around, and it'll be like da da da, like that's hilarious, man.
That's what's gonna happen. She's here. Who?
Huh?
That's what they're gonna say at the end of the movie.
She's here.
They can't
They say I did a live stream on this revelation that Linda Blair is supposedly in it. Which one of the films? If she's even showing up, even for a cameo, we don't know anything. So we're gonna eventually find out. I'm not really too worried about that because whether she's in it or not, that doesn't take away the potential success or failure of this film.
Right. It doesn't. It doesn't. But and I'm being very honest. When I first heard that rumor, okay, I lost my shit
Yeah.
because I was like, "Get out of here!"
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Awesome. So maybe this will save it. But at the same time, I'm saying, okay, what is she going to do? Is it going to be, a 5-second thing? Is it going to be, a little bit meatier? Is it going to be something like what you just mentioned? Is it going to be something at the end where, boom, we just see her? And then that's going to lead into the second movie?
We don't know.
A tease? What is it?
Exactly.
But I did lose my shit. I got very, very excited.
Yeah. And again, it lends to the, and BX Carlash Girl says it's got a modern twist. Hopefully it will be good and not unfulfilling disappointment, which could potentially happen. One thing I did notice about the when I was watching the trailer is that aesthetically, visually and aesthetically, it gave me the same feel as the Halloween movies. Because David Gordon Green has this kind of eye, right?
Yeah.
And he shoots in a certain way, he films in a certain way, he puts things out in a certain way. And when I used to watch the trailers for Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and all that kind of stuff, this kind of feels like that.
It does. You're right. It does. I got the same gist also.
Yeah.
You can tell that it's a David Gordon Green film.
Right. Because you cannot replicate what was done in 1973 because it was 1973.
And look, if we're being honest, I don't want them to.
I'm okay with that.
What I want is the same fear factor. That's what I want.
Yeah, we're not going to get that.
Chills. I want the same sensation that I felt when I saw it. I want to be able to say to you, Ralph, I could never see this movie again.
No!
Period.
That's the thing where
that's a tall order.
You're comparing, like, if you got directors who did the the first one, William Friedkin.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, that's a masterclass director right there. He did The French Connection.
Right.
I mean, you're man.
It's
you got
tough.
big boots to fill.
Yeah.
It's
two totally different films. Where, and a lot of people don't consider The Exorcist to be a horror film. Also, that's another subject. I know it's another topic.
Yeah. William Friedkin didn't intend it.
Yeah. But what he did behind the scenes also that was just so brilliant on this film as well.
Right.
Person she messed up her back because of that movie. Behind the scenes, he's telling the people, that were pulling on her, and dragging her all over the place, when she's not looking, give her a little extra tug, and it fucked up her back permanently.
Yeah.
There were little twists here and there that he was doing behind the scenes, also to give more of a shock value as well, and to get a genuine reaction from the actors as well.
Right.
Correct. And again, it's one of those amazing things. Like, you see. Again, this is a very difficult act to follow. That I can't believe they're actually really trying to take a risk at this. They've made so many demon possession movies of all types and sizes, low budget, high budget, back and forth.
With the working, with the convulsions. And
it has all the tropes now.
Yeah.
But this is something that's connected, a direct sequel to something that was released 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't just
reinvent
that wheel. You can't, in my opinion.
Touched on also, because remember, the Halloween movies also were supposed to be directly from the 78 original, right?
Right. It was a direct sequel to 1978, ignoring everything else.
Forgetting 4, 5, and 6, right?
Right.
And change that storyline too.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he's not doing the same thing, that the writers and the director they're not going to do the same thing with this.
Oh, they are.
They direct sequel, so that means it's forgetting about.
It,
Yeah.
it ignores 2. It ignores 3. It ignores
Oh yeah. What was the 2 called? The Heretic, right?
The Heretic. One
Yeah.
of the worst films ever made, but that's
It-
another topic. I can do
But
some.
now you're gonna do the same thing. You're forgetting about that. That never happened.
Well, I'd like to forget it happened. It was bad.
Right. That's the point. But now you know you're gonna forget about all that. You're gonna forget about 3 also.
Well, 3, you know what it is about 3? 3, I have a love-hate relationship with 3. I when I first saw it, I didn't like it, and then I saw it again a few years ago, and
3 kind of grows on you a little bit.
it grew on me because I understood what William Peter Blatty was trying to do with it. He directed it, he wrote it. But here's the thing with Exorcist 3. It's its own, it's in the same universe, but it became its own situation, its own plot that didn't need the first film even.
First film. That's right.
The first film doesn't need it. It didn't need the first film. So that's why I could dismiss that one. You know, but they totally ignore the Heretic, which everybody should, in my opinion. And the prequels, well,
Do that. I want them to forget that this happened. I don't want you to sweep it under the rug, and that's what they did. That's what he did with the Halloween movies.
Right.
Pissed off about that.
Again,
what is his obsession with Laurie if they're not brother and sister? So now what are you gonna do with this now?
Exactly. And T. Kurt said Exorcist 3 was sabotaged by the studio. If I recall, William Peter Blatty didn't want to call it Exorcist 3. They force fed that title to get more people in the seats.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the original title of that story was called Legion.
That's right. Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
So so I hear what T. Kerr was talking about. Maybe there's some other stuff
Legion,
there too.
was that the title for the TV series?
The Exorcist TV? No, it was called The Exorcist, the TV
Oh,
series.
okay. I heard that name before, Legion, somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure people have used it before. Well, it's a book that William Peter Blatty wrote.
Oh, okay. That's where I see
And
it.
that became
Okay.
Exorcist 3, apparently.
Yeah.
So
Gosh,
there's that. Now, here's one scene in the trailer, and I want to find out what part. You already told me your part, Lenore. Actually, I think you did too, Robert. There's nobody else here right now to come in and talk.
I'm going to stay, but I'm going to log off of the live cam.
All right, cool.
I got
All
stuff,
right.
but I'm still going to stay on the chat.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Lenore.
Yes.
See you later. All right. So the idea is, Robert. I'm glad you're here with me on this.
Yeah.
Nate, if you're still around, join us. Go to the.
You know what? Because they're getting ready for their podcast in a few, maybe.
Oh snap! They're doing something at 9.
Well, it's kind of it's for our Patreons. They're going to be.
Oh, they're doing the Patreon thing. I'm sorry, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be recording. Their reviews. So.
Gotcha.
In about a few minutes. So.
Absolutely. Here's a couple other things that I noticed. The part where the girl walks into the church and she's like, the body and the blood, right?
Yeah.
And that church, first of all, wasn't a Catholic church. It was a Protestant church. I don't know if people noticed that. I noticed it immediately because I know what a Catholic church looks like on the inside and what a Protestant church looks like on the inside. And that was a Protestant church.
Oh, wow.
There was a preacher in the middle of there was no sanctuary. There was no altar. There was no tabernacle. There were no statues. All the things that are typical of a Catholic church were absent in that building, which is fine. It's a Protestant church. They don't work with that stuff. But anyway, that's one observation. Another observation I saw was that when Chris McNeil was talking about how she was trying to school the dad about the different religions and how all religions in the world have their own form of the rite of exorcism and stuff like that, which is true. But you know what she said that kind of threw me off at the end of that sequence right there? It's gonna take all of them.
Oh yeah,
What?
I remember that. Yeah, how's that work?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get a priest. You're gonna get a Jewish rabbi. You're gonna get a Muslim preacher. You're gonna get a Hindu guy. You're gonna get
Buddhist,
them all in the
Buddhist.
same room. And what does that mean? It's gonna take all of them. That's dumb. That makes no sense to me. I hope they don't really try to follow up on that kind of thing. Maybe she was just saying it like that, but I'd be like,
So
I
far,
would laugh my ass off.
it's not checking the list off here a little bit. I mean, for
Well, again, this is a trailer, right? Like it could. Let me say it like this: this trailer could have not had any of those things and made me go, "Ooh, this shows promise," and it will still end up being a total ruin. Okay, maybe, you know, but I don't know. And the thing that bothers me about that is that we're not gonna know, and that's okay. That's okay. Why don't we just enjoy what's coming, and then when it comes out October 13th, we go see it and we make our own individual decisions on what it is. A lot of visual throwbacks though from the first
yes,
film,
yeah.
like for instance. The two dogs fighting each other. Did you see that quick glimpse of two
Oh
dogs
yeah, I saw
attacking
that.
each
Yeah.
other? That reminded me of the beginning of the first film when Father Marin was looking at the statue of the demon, and there were these two dogs on the side, like attacking each other.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was definitely a callback to that. The part when the girl was like, "Mother, it hurts." She was kind of like reenacting what
Yeah.
Reagan went through
Yeah,
in
yeah.
front of Chris McNeil to mess her up. So there was that. Um, and I also liked how they, at the very end, how everything was kind of like washed out into a white, but it was creepy at the
Oh yeah.
very end. You know, I wish I could play it, but God forbid I play anything.
Yeah.
It reminded me of old trailer from back then for the first film. They did something like that,
Yeah, kind of
and
distorted, a lot of white. Yeah.
yeah, and it worked. It was creepy as hell, and they try to use that again, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, Hold on, Lenore is saying right, and Messera, by the way Reagan messed up Father Karras. Why do you do this to me, DB?
Oh
Why
yeah.
you do this to me? And I'm like, oh God, piss me off.
Yeah,
Freaking A.
using the mother, his mom, and all. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
brutal.
yeah, that was insane and stuff like that. So, so there's all these things that we can look at the ritual abuse angle, right? The fact that it's two girls, two families are being affected by this. Chris McNeil's involvement, how that helps. That's four things already. And then that lady with the cross trying to, help, you know, which she probably will make things a hell of a lot worse before they get any better, right? Like, what happened to maybe a priest will show up for the second film. Maybe they'll get a priest for that one. Maybe, yeah, let's get a priest for that. Duh.
Now,
Yeah,
now,
good idea.
now, now we know it's a trilogy. Now I'm expecting like kind of like an open ending. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be
Something.
open ended.
Yeah.
It's gonna be open ended
I don't like those, but
because you gotta wait another year. Man, I gotta wait another whole year to find out what happens next. That sucks.
it's like a Hollywood trend. It seems like the
Mm-hmm.
past few movies, but um, what I'm kind of what do you call it? I can't wait for is the. I think they're gonna release it pretty soon. A Saw trailer.
I heard of that. I heard another Saw movie, but it's a prequel. I heard
It's a prequel.
it's a
Yeah,
prequel.
it takes place between Saw 2 and 3.
Right, right. Something about him trying to find a cure somewhere, and they screwed him up, so he decided to do his Saw thing with them,
Yeah. So
something like that.
yeah. So I'm kind of I'm kind of thrilled to see that a little bit. Back into Jigsaw again. That universe. But
Look, Lenore's like, and what sucks is that I will go see it. She will go see these movies, even if they're bad. Has to be a prequel because he's dead. That's true because he dead. He
oh
dead.
yeah.
He dead like that though. Yeah, absolutely. You know.
Remember
So
that? Remember that? Like that's what I liked about before. Like we knew it was Halloween because there was a Saw movie coming out every year.
yes, yes. Well, now this is the latest trend. Exorcist, Believer, followed by Exorcist Kills or Exorcist Ends. I don't know.
Well, this is going to be probably affected due to the strikes and all that. So
You know what? Oh my God, that's right.
how about that?
Oh snap! I totally forgot about that. I bet everything stopped.
Everything probably yeah. Gosh,
Oh, that
yeah,
means we're only gonna get this, and it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
probably leave us hanging, and we're gonna be waiting for an unknown period of time. Yo, Lenore was just thinking the same thing. That's right. I completely forgot about the strike, and all of that. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first glimpse of the Exorcist Believer trailer and how it can either be towards the advantage of the franchise or not. Now, how, like Robert, before we finish off, how would you think this would be a success? How would something like this be a success, you think?
Um, it's gonna have to deliver the scares equal or to the classic, to the first one.
Hmm.
It's gonna be very very hard to duplicate that. I think
I think so too.
what we've seen already and what direction's going in the track record of David Gordon Green.
Hmm.
Geez, I don't know. But well, you know what? I'm gonna have an open mind.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what happened? No, I didn't. I'm streaming. I'm about to end it. What's going on? Where are you? I'm gonna pick you up at Parkchester, okay? Hello? All right, bye. Sorry, guys.
No problem. No
That
problem.
was my daughter. I'm picking her up in about 45 minutes from the train
Oh,
station. I got to do my dad thing.
yeah, no problem, man. But
Um,
I'm gonna have an open mind about it right now. It kind of looks like kind of 50-50 for me.
like for me, I feel like the only saving grace for this film would be its character development.
Yeah.
Like it has to be character centric. I don't care about the scares. If I wanted scares, I could watch The Conjuring. I could watch Evil Dead. I can watch The Last Exorcism. I can watch all of those.
Right. Right.
Right? Lenore says they're going to have to give me some jump scares and go into the psychological. Well, the psychological is where it can interlap with the character development, in my opinion. Like I feel like that is what will make it, because if you really want to try to do the scares, it's been done so many times. You can only do those so many times until you get numb to it, and a lot of people have become numb to it. The Exorcist was the first of its kind. That's why it messed everybody up. People went into that theater and people were having heart issues, throwing up, fainting, all the
Yeah.
shaking,
I heard
all
about
this stuff. You heard the reports. We know of this, right? But you don't really hear that anymore for a lot of films these days. There was something with
Like that.
Terrifier 2 a little
Yeah. Yeah.
bit,
I was gonna say yeah.
plot development, right? BX Carlash Girl said plot development. Plot development is very important in something like this because and that's my point. Plot development, character development, these things are key. You need, in order to make a good story, in order to make a good, therefore, good film, you got to have those things in place. Right.
Yeah.
And if this film falls short of that, then it's going to go the same way as it
We
did
gotta
with
care.
the
We gotta
Halloween
care
films.
about especially the story and the characters. That's your thing.
That's very important.
Yeah, changing.
Okay,
Yeah,
we want to care about the people that we're watching. But if you make me not care for the expense of sensationalism, for the sense of
yeah.
ooh, it's the Exorcist,
You
then
will be involved with the movie, and you're gonna say, whatever.
exactly.
So but I'm gonna give it an open mind and go see it on October 13th, and we'll see how it goes from there.
And so am I. I'm
And
actually, and what's coming out this week? Talk to me.
talk to me. I'm gonna see it tomorrow at
Oh,
7.
good for you. I
Let's see.
have to wait till Thursday to see it. I was looking to see if there was an advanced screening of it, and I'm like, ah. So I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna go to I'll go to my local theater, which is I think Bay Plaza, to go see it
Oh, okay.
on Thursday, and check it out and find out what I think. Because I bet you. And here's the thing: I'm not I'm not a betting guy. But if I would bet, I would bet that this movie that's coming out this weekend, Talk to Me, will be a lot more scarier and disturbing than Exorcist Believer. I'm willing to put money on that.
I think so. And it's an 824 movie.
A24, man.
You know the track record. You know.
The track Hereditary,
Yep.
right? The last movie that messed me up like crazy was Hereditary. Like I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, and even though it had that weird ending, but still, it was good. Um, but let's see. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. All right, ladies and gents, I'm gonna end it up here. I'm gonna end it here. I hope you all, again, my apologies for the disruption of the powers that be that think that it's okay to let other people have their way with
It
something
worked
like a
out all
trailer
right.
viewing, except
Yeah.
me. I don't know what's so special about me. There's nothing special about me.
Oh, you're
But
special enough. You're special enough. That's why they're watching you, man.
oh, thank you. That means a lot, man. You don't understand. Um, but I will be kicking in later on this week with my review of Talk to Me. And
All
so
right.
if you want to see that, please tap on the bell for the notification. If you like this channel, please consider subscribing. And, so you can get more future horror and coffee content. T. Curtis saying, thank you, Ralph. Greetings from London, England.
Wow.
Nice. Love London, England. I've been there. Great, great place.
Never been. I
Oh,
want
I
to check
love
it out
it.
one of these
I
days.
love London, England, man. I can hang out there forever.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah. I've never been. I want to
Oh,
check it out. Yeah.
oh yeah, it's really
I do
cool.
that.
It's really cool. Thank you. Hold on. Thank you, BX Carlash girl. Thank you for being here and offering us your input as well. It is very awesome. She
Awesome.
loves apparently horror movies. I think she likes coffee too.
Well, we love coffee.
Horror and coffee, baby. That's what it's about. All right. So until next time, everybody, have a good night. And until next time, thank you, Robert.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
all.
having me again.
Thank you, Lenore. Thank you. She doesn't like coffee. She just said no.